From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Well, conditions are certainly setting themselves up here for this afternoon for some showers and more thunderstorms. So we've already seen some through the morning, and I do expect this activity to continue through the afternoon with the potential for some thunderstorms in there as well. So showers, thunderstorms today. Snow levels dropping to as low as 1,500 feet, but quite honestly, I think they're going to be averaging around 2,000 feet and kind of just get a little bit lower than that in some cases and maybe a little bit higher in other cases. And you can see the cool and unsettled weather pattern through the weekend, but then mainly dry as we go into next week with warmer conditions as well. But this is the setup, right? We've got this big area of low pressure right here. It's been coming down from the Gulf of Alaska. So what's happening is you got that colder air wrapping around that area of low pressure, kind of getting sucked up within that low. You see the speckled clouds, that's the colder air. So the cold front that moved through us yesterday, which is right here, the colder air has moved in behind it. And what's reinforcing that colder air and bringing in even colder air is this area of low pressure right here. We've got the flow around that low, and the storms and the rain is going to be coming in generally from the south. So I want to show you the broad perspective first before we look at the detailed futurecast, to just kind of give you an idea of what's happening. So this is the low pressure system here. It's been diving to the south, but eventually kind of shift more to the north and east and kind of start to move on off to our east. So Friday, tomorrow, still cool, still unsettled. And then really what we're looking at here is after today is more of what we call convective activity. So the colder air is in place, especially in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So what happens is if we see enough clearing, and typically we will, that heat from the surface rises into the colder air loft, and we see some stray showers and some maybe even a few isolated thunderstorms as well. That's for Friday and really through the weekend. But chances for thunderstorms really do diminish after today. So there you can see Saturday, not much going on. We take you into Sunday. See, again, not much going on. Maybe a stray shower for parts of the valley, maybe a stray flurry, say up above 2,000, 2,500 feet. Shouldn't have too much impact on your mountain travel, right? And then as we go into next week, right, Monday, Tuesday of next week, high pressure building in. There's the warmer air beginning to move in with that as well. So temperatures starting to increase for your Monday, Tuesday. Then by the time we get into your end of next week, really not seeing much in the way of rain, if any. So it looks like we're going to be looking at much drier conditions once we get past this weekend. There's your severe outlook today. Want to remind you that when you're looking at these lighter shades of green, what that's essentially saying is, hey, listen, the conditions are prime for a shower or maybe even a slight chance for a thunderstorm to pop up. This doesn't mean everyone is going to see a thunderstorm. It just means that everyone has the chance. And at this point, when you look at this too, not expecting anything severe. We got close to it yesterday in some spots, but didn't quite make that. And I think that'll be the case here again for today. So let's take a look at Futurecast, walk you through the timing here. There, of course, you see as we take you through the afternoon, see that flow around the area of low pressure, more showers, possible thunderstorms in there. Snow levels as low as 1,500 feet, but probably closer to around 2,000 feet or so. And then there you can see, of course, the snow in the higher elevations. Keep a close eye on the road conditions, especially in the higher mountain passes east of I-5. Probably not major issues on Highway 299, but again, just keep watching those conditions. Then you can see that system kind of moving itself to the north and east. So now we're seeing the flow around that area of low pressure. 10 o'clock tonight, snow off to the east. Chain requirements. This is going to create problems if you have to travel in the mountains tonight. But again, maybe even on Buckhorn Summit, see that? So we have to watch those chain requirements, the road conditions, anywhere you're going in the mountains, even on I-5. You just need to play it safe. But by 10 o'clock tonight, still some showers, maybe some thunderstorms in the valley. Now, as that moves out, so is most of the rain and snow. So by tomorrow morning, some leftover snow flurries, still some leftover chain requirements, by the way, tomorrow morning as well. But look at off to the west. We're looking at drier conditions. But we have that cold and unstable air in place. Remember I was talking about the convective activity? See the breaks in the clouds? That's the heating we'll see for the day. I mean, look at already by noon, maybe some showers. And again, we can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm at this point as well. But then you see how it kind of pushes on through the valley, a stray shower popping up, and as I mentioned, maybe even a lightning strike as well. That's through Friday, 5 p.m. All right, then we go into your Saturday. See what happens? It clears out overnight. That's key, right? Because now we go into the afternoon, we get some of that daytime heating. Look what happens. Now we're seeing some showers, maybe some thunderstorms along the coast. Still fairly dry elsewhere, but look at the afternoon. See what's happening? Now we're starting to see another pop-up shower, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm going into Saturday afternoon. We can pretty much say the same thing here as we go into Sunday as well. So the rainfall totals, when you're talking about the potential for pop-up showers, these numbers are all going to be 100% inaccurate. But it gives you an idea if you get caught under some heavier rainfall, especially today. Because today is when I expect some of the heaviest rainfall. So a lot of these totals that you're seeing here are basically because of today. Right? And then as we go into Friday, Saturday, you've got the slight chance for a few showers here and there. So it's not going to really amount to much after today. And looking at the forecast, snow totals, latest data coming in, yeah, it's not quite as aggressive for some of the areas. So yes, we could see a light dusting, I think, for some of the lower mountain communities. Mount Shasta, maybe Dunsmuir. Hayfork, no way. You're not seeing 4 to 8 inches. Again, this is where you have to kind of go, all right. But maybe a light dusting for a brief period of time for Weaverville and Hayfork, otherwise mainly looking at that mix. And then probably some heavier amounts as you head off into the higher elevations for the Southern Cascades and Northern Sierra. Now the winds, more of a nuisance. The strongest will be along the coast, 20 to even over 30 miles per hour later this afternoon. Then, of course, we're just off and on winds here, taking you into Friday, and then, of course, taking you into your Saturday as well. Again, just more of a nuisance wind than anything else. I don't anticipate to see much in the way of any damage from these winds, if any, really. But look at the highs today. What were we reporting a few days ago? Upper 70s, even some low 80s. 30-degree difference. So only reaching the low 50s for your daytime highs in the valley today, and in the mountains in the low to mid 40s, and of course a little bit more mild along the coast in the low to even mid 50s there. Looking at your 7-day outlook, region by region, we'll start off with the valley. There's that chance for showers and thunderstorms today. Now, what I've got here is isolated showers here and there, mainly dry, maybe a few showers here and there over the weekend. Again, today's the main event. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, just a chance for a few passing showers and an off chance for a thunderstorm. And then going into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're drying things out and we're warming things up. Now, when we take a look at the mountain regions, and of course, take, for example, even the coast, showers, maybe some thunderstorms, snow levels on average around 2,000 feet for Trinity County. Could be locally higher, maybe a little bit lower at times as well. And I'm expecting the lowest snow levels, by the way, and the biggest concerns for chain requirements to be when the sun isn't out, right? When we're talking about, overnight hours, early morning hours, that's when it's going to be coldest. During the day, snow levels may kind of rise a little bit, and the chances for chain requirements in those lower elevations will be a little bit lower. All right, so there, of course, you can see off and on chances through the weekend, and then, of course, drying out and warming up for next week. There's your 7-day outlook for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, in the eastern mountains. Yes, we're off and on. Today is going to be the heaviest. By tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, off and on chances. And then, of course, drying out, warming up for your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.